My name's Violet. I'm 14. No, I'm not too young to be on here, so don't say I am. I don't wanna hear it. My mom doesn't trust me enough to take care of myself, so she basically hired a babysitter to watch me when she's out of the house. I don't really like the guy. He looks like the kind of asshat who'd call a lady a frigid, ugly bitch because she wouldn't send him nudes or something. Not to mention he's not super great at his job. I don't think he's ever made me dinner while he's here. He doesn't even bother to talk to me most of the time. Usually he just sits down like the fat lump of shit he is and plays games on my PS4. But I have this problem: when he comes over, I'm a narcoleptic. It's nothing like in the cartoons, for the record. I can usually tell when it's coming, so I can at least find someplace to sit down before passing out. It doesn't make it impossible to function, but I still absolutely won't be getting my driver's license when I'm older. See, I chalked my issue with the sitter up to narcoleptic spells, but no. It's WAYYYY2, planned, I guess. Whenever my sitter comes around I suddenly wake up the next morning, with no memory of anything after about, maybe, 5 p.m. I know that sounds like total bullshit. Because every time? Really? But I'm serious. I'll wake up the next morning, like I just took a really long but unsatisfying nap. After this happened a few times, I tried to find some way to prevent it. Maybe he was some creep who was drugging my drinks? No, I made sure to keep one hand over every glass of water I had that day, and then woke up the next morning. No memory. Nothing. And if he'd chloroformed me or some shit I'd probably remember that happening. It never happens when mom is home, only when my babysitter's around. Not to mention that I almost never see him move from the couch. So I can't figure out why I'm passing out, or if I'm passing out at all. Here's a few things I can figure out. I have a bad habit of checking myself out in the mirror every morning, so I immediately noticed a wide scab on my hip bone. It was shaped like an X, kind of. I'd never seen it before, but the day prior my sitter came and the usual happened, so I'm 9,999% sure it was his fault. It was really sore, and surrounded by bruises. Even taking a step aggravates it a little bit. I always wake up with a throbbing headache, like having a hangover. I've never had a hangover, but I've heard stories. Sometimes my sheets will be changed, my desk will be cleaned or reorganized, my laundry will be done and neatly folded in my drawer, and my pillowcase is always different. The one from the day before will be folded up in the linen closet. My cat seems to really hate him, too. I have a hairless cat named Potato, and usually he likes everyone. He has more human friends than I do. But something about my babysitter immediately put him in a state of unease. Even the first time he came over. Whenever he comes, Potato unfailingly crawls into the laundry hamper to hide. He hisses at and even bites the babysitter when he comes near. Back to the subject of my narcolepsy, I also don't have a single spell the day after the sitter comes over. Normally it'd be a blessing, but it just feels all wrong. I tried to film it. I really did. But I tried way too hard to place my phone somewhere he wouldn't see, and all I got was him carrying me to my room. I was saying something, so I was clearly awake, but I don't remember it at all. We were having a conversation, and I couldn't understand any of it. It was like I was speaking a different language, and then the door to my bedroom closed, and I got nothing else. I'm confused, kind of scared, and I refuse to tell my mom. She doesn't help with anything ever. If you have any advice or ideas, it's appreciated, because I'm completely lost, and it's starting to get in the way of school and friend stuff. Thanks for